just look at the state electoral boards. Have you seen any state electoral board carrying out local government election and the opposition party win election in those states? Tell me of one. And if you now have state police, the way some of these governors behave, now they have the commissioner of police, they direct the commissioner of police. You just discover that they arrest anybody and they have control of, more or less control of the state high courts. And before you know it, we return back to anarchy. What happened in the West, the wide West, was because of state police in the Western region. Yes, the wide West, the party in power then, which was led by Akintola, because he was against the action group. They used the state police to harass the action group, and then the army came in. So to me, state police, I think we are not ready for it.
State policy, well, it's a good thing. However, I do not support state policing, and my reason goes thus. One, with the kind of enormous powers wielded by our state governors will use the state police to suppress and oppress the opposition party and anybody they think might likely cross their way. Anybody they see as opponent, be it personal or political, they will use state police to suppress him down. A good example is what is happening about the local government, where a state governor, his party will take over all the local government chairman, because of the enormous power given to the state governor. Likewise to the state police. So there's a way we can go out of this aspect of issue of state policing by empowering our federal police. Every year there should be adequate employment, recruitment of our federal police to meet up the how do I put it? The required standard of the United Nations to a policeman to 450 persons. By so doing, recruiting every year to meet up that standard, this issue of insecurity can be curbed, can be nipped on the bud. Because me personally, I don't support state police.
Actually, with the situation on ground, basically we can see everywhere there is security threat. And if governors can sincerely do it well, it's better we have state police. But if there is policy into the state police, actually, even by setting it up, it will be politicized. So therefore, we are agitating and also telling the government that the state police should come and stand. And we believe it will be so closer to the community and to the people, or to the locality people. So therefore, as for me, I'm saying state police should be there to assist also the government in getting or cooping the locality and telling the government on what to do because they are close to the community and to the society. But in terms of government, in federal government level, actually they are trying. That is the truth. But state police should be done in a proper way, most especially by the government. If governors want to do it, they will do it. If they say they don't want to do it, well, they will not do it because they know the in total how to use it within themselves. But if they want to be fair, state police should come and stand. It will also help if you go to advanced countries like Americans and other countries, you discover that they also have state police.
You say we Nigerians, like our laws in Nigeria, I believe we have two laws that is governing us. One law for the poor and the other law for the rich. So to me, if I even have that opportunity, I will, I will go in for that, for we having that state policing. Like if you check out like the Southwest now, like the Amotekun, you could see at least they are doing their bits. But they are still kind of handicapped. There are still some things they want to do, but they can't. So I just believe our President Tinubu and the IG, our senators, I believe, let us give them a try. Let's see how the state policing will work. And I believe having that state policing, there should be a law that will still, guide that state policing. We shouldn't just leave them on their own. We should have a law that's going to guide that state policing, so that the state governors won't just hijack this. Because if they do, I bet you, for example, the APC is on seat, the opposition can't even speak. When you try to speak overnight, they pick you up. I could remember vividly some years back at Ondo State, whereby the sitting governor, overnight they changed his security personnel, and he couldn't do anything. Just imagine, because the federal power. So just imagine if it's the state police, then the governor will also use that same power, to oppress everybody in the states. And me and you can't even go to our villages. If you happen to, you are kind of, fighting your governor, I bet you won't go to your village.
It's still a small issue. Like, that boils down to the same issue I raised earlier on about recruiting federal police every year. Recruiting federal police every year in the sense that you recruit from every state. Let all persons recruited go back to their states and maintain the security of their state. Like me, I come from Kogi State. If I'm opportune to be recruited into the Nigerian police, I should be redeployed to my state. I know who is the criminal in my state. I know who has a good record. I know who has a bad record. And as such, intelligence gathering will be easy. So if you employ persons, transfer them back to their state of origin. It's another easiest way of curbing the issue of insecurity in that very state, because you know everybody within your community. So that takes care of the issue of state policing, because the disadvantage of state policing is more than the advantage, my brother.
We are not ready for. Our governors are not mature. Why will the state government collect all the money of local governments? Why? Because they have a little control over the local government. So when you bring in state police now, we are back to square one. To me, I don't support state police. I don't support state police. Even the federal one, we are still managing them. Yes, if the outfits they have in the southwest, it's okay. Let them arm them. Let them arm the regional security outfits, like the, what do you call them? The Amotekun in southwest and other areas like that. Let the police train them. But there should be limits. So to me, for now, the way our people, our politicians are behaving, becoming thank God, I don't think state police is the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you
Cheers.
for
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
It's a two-way thing. If I said yes, we should have the state police, in the other way around, no, Nigeria is not matured yet for that. Yeah, for not having the state police, because if we happen to have the state police, I bet you, our governors today, they are going to hijack the power.
When you say hijack, what do you mean?
They're going to use that same state police to fight their opposition. Like some time back, during the Dino Melaye from Kogi State, with this same president, the past governor, Dada Yabelo, they were having some issues then. I could remember, they came to Abuja to pick Dino Melaye down to Kogi State. And if you could remember vividly, Dino Melaye has to jump out from the moving halos. I believe when you go back, you're going to get all those stories, So for Nigeria not to be, yet ripe, because in other way around, yes, in the other way around, we need the state policing. Because one, like where I came from now, I'm from Edo State. I know my terrain more than you do. Probably like you now, your own state now or your local government, you know the terrain more than I do. So I believe having the state police is going to help us in a way, to curtail this, insecurity of a thing. because if eventually tomorrow the state police happens to come into light, maybe I'm being given an opportunity, to serve into that state police, definitely I believe I should be posted to my own, a region, to my own state or to my own local government, whereby I know the region, I know the terrain very well. I believe with that I'll be able, because I know the people in the community and they know me too. So with that, I believe we can easily, whatever, anything happens, I should know. Was they mentioned any name? I know the family, I know the house, I know from his grandfather to his grandmother. I will know how to fish him out. But like for the federal police, one, they need to get an information from the IG. Even the commissioner of police from the state does not even have the power.
You understand?
I give an example of some advanced country like US and the rest who have even community police down to local government, and it's working perfectly.
Yes.
They have federal police.
Yes, it's working perfect because of their attitude. We Nigerians who are very smart, we tend to take advantage of every situation we find ourselves. A good example is if peradventure I became a governor of my state tomorrow, it's an avenue for me to pay back who has stepped on my family toe, who has stepped on my own toe. It's happening everywhere. You understand? Yes, attitude is our problem. We are not ready to change. You see a governor that is poor becomes a governor, and at the end of the day, after doing his 8 years or 4 years as the case may be, is even richer than the state. So that's just it. So our attitude, even in the advanced country, you see some persons retired from this federal police and they became a sheriff in a state police. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example. He's a known actor all over. He became a governor of California for 8 years, or thereabout, 4 or 8 years, I don't know. But I know he became a governor in California. And now he's a sheriff. He's a police in a state. You understand? But Nigeria, the reverse is the case. You understand? So that's our attitude problem. It's a big one for us.